Really proud of John, proud of our guys that represented Appalachian State here. I mean, we had a lot of guys come here and win matches, score points for our program. And if you look at that scoreboard, I mean, we finished ahead of a lot of Power 5 schools. I think we're ended up being in top 30 in the country. So just a lot of things to be proud of, for App Nation to look and see our program really kind of competing on the big stage with the big time, universities. Couldn't be more proud of John, finishing up his career the second time, being on the podium. Two-time All-American, to tie the school record. But just a lot of great things to be proud of from this weekend. We got some of these qualifiers that are coming back. I think obviously they've learned a lot from this experience, and hopefully this experience is going to make them more hungry, in the off season and in their training.
John's a three-time NCAA qualifier. Obviously, 2020, no competition, but the 2 years he gets to compete, he's an All-American both times. Just what can you say, maybe in addition to what you already did about just the path he took to getting on the medal stand both times?
Yeah, I mean, from the time we recruited John to now, I mean, it's just a complete transformation. I mean, he wasn't highly recruited in high school. Was only a one-time North Carolina state champion. Came to us and was very, he had very limited skills as far as, technique and things like that. But, he always had a great work ethic and just a great attitude and was an extreme competitor. And, he's really bought into our program and believed in the system and grown and matured over time. It took him a couple years to actually even get into our lineup. Once he got into our lineup, he gets the start his sophomore year, and then COVID cancels that NCAA championship. So that's one opportunity that was taken away from him. And then the last 2 years, he's been able to, get it done and find his way on the podium in just his 2 trips. He was, 2 for 2 getting on the podium here. So extremely proud of that. North Carolina native, we pride ourselves on that at Appalachian State, and a homegrown product that, came into our program to show that you can get it done at Appalachian State. And so we got a lot of great things to be excited about. This program's moving in a very positive direction, and hopefully we're going to have, the next couple of years, a lot of guys like John doing it at the same time.
I think a lot of wrestling fans took notice of App State, whether it's the way Caleb started the tournament and John's run, of whether it's underrated folks or just the style and the kind of grit that your guys have. What do you think you kind of showed the nation this week?
Well, I think anybody that watches our wrestlers compete, they're going to tell you that our guys fight hard from the first whistle to the last. They're in tremendous condition, and they just are very, tough opponents. Nobody really wants to wrestle us, and I think that's a positive compliment for our guys in this program, is the way they represent the Appalachian State University and the community. It's a really, a neat experience and something I'm proud of, the way our guys represent our university.